Hello, welcome to Survivor Showdown. Today is going to be the qualifier round, which for anybody that's not familiar, um, essentially that's just going to be we have about 11 runners that are going to do a few runs over a few different time periods, and the top 8 runners are going to go on to a knockout bracket next weekend, head-to-head races. So let's get into this heat. Today we have Nolhanne, Majo, and Elink all fighting it out for one of those top 8 spots. And we're going to have Dragon Head on commentary to help us commentate these runs. So if you runners are ready, I guess let's go ahead and start up a run. We're going to pause the game right when we get to Coruscant, and then I'll give you guys a countdown. And yeah, feel free to turn off tutorials and everything. Just looks like Majo's stream is buffering for me for a second, so I'll give him a little bit here, but do a full refresh too. Majo, are you able to get to the menu, or is it just my end? Am I not being able to see your stream?
I think it's just big delay in general.
Just bit rate
My
slow.
internet connection is
Gotcha.
not good right now. I can restart the stream if
Yeah, we can give that a
it's
shot.
necessary.
I can see it a little bit, and then it buffers for a few seconds, and then yeah.
Yeah, just restart.
Sorry, oh no. Too many emotes, I guess. I need to update those settings.
That's annoying.
You guys can see your cursor. Okay. It just went off.
It should be
Okay.
back up
Yeah,
now.
it looks good now. You're in menus, so we will give that a go. All right. Good luck to all of you. I'm gonna give you guys a countdown, move you all into your own channels, and then best of luck. All right.
Good luck, everyone.
3,
Luck.
2, 1, go. All right, and we're off with the first glitch of the run. Poll clip here. See who gets it first. This is a pretty tricky glitch. You basically need to do a pause buffer clip through this hole in order to clip out, just like Nolhanne did right there. This is gonna get rid of your handcuffs, get you out of the forced walking animation, and actually be able to run through this next area. Looks like Elink also got it, and I guess Majo's feed is a bit delayed, but we do have the timer on screen so you can see what their time should be. Both Nolhanne and Elink got the droid skip. Nice to see.
Attention. Level 301
now under curfew by order of Senator Sejon. Clear the streets and shelter in place until further notice. Security patrols will detain and incarcerate anyone who does not comply.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting thing to pay attention to. Garbage is whether runners are going to be going for the stair clip or the pull clip, because stair clip is significantly easier, but pull clip does save you 10 seconds if you get it fast. I think for consistency's sake, I'd probably do the stair clip just because I'd rather guaranteed 10-second time loss over potential 30-second time loss, right? I guess if you know how to do Z-Money setup, then it might be more consistent to do pull clip. Looks like all runners are pretty even here.
The senator requested I bring the prisoner to him alive.
Heading up into the tutorial combat.
That's mine.
Clean first phase from Nolhanne. Clean first phase from Elink.
We gotta get to that yacht.
Very clean from both Elink and Nolhanne. Elink's NPCs almost caused him some troubles not wanting to jump off there, but pretty good. Put these runners into the climb skip. Oh, Nolhanne misses it first try. It's going to give Elink a bit of a head lead. And you're going to see both these runners, after doing this little skip, backtrack for the rooftops loading trigger. Essentially, the game's ability to gain XP throughout a run is tied to getting that loading trigger. And because the runners are going to be going for a skill later on in the run, that is going to be a necessity here. Oh, Majo got lucky there that his last trooper did not get stuck on the yacht, which would have been an unfortunate reset. Thankfully, he ended up getting that and is now on to his climb skip. Nolhanne into early bode and, oh, just barely misses it first try. Elink gets it first try. And there's Nolhanne gets it second try. Not too bad from both of them. There's plenty of time for Nolhanne to make up that lead. Probably turn off Discord notification sounds for when you have to reset your connection, Dragon. But nice from Majo, first try. So I think Majo's a little bit ahead of Nolhanne here now. And probably around the same pace as Elink. Both runners are going into the Elink going into the out of bounds section to K405 on the way to get the ascension cable ability. And Nolhanne not too far behind. Also be doing those PBCs shortly.
Bucket heads below. No going around them. Then we go through them. Already when you are, Kestis.
Clean fight from Elink, although did not go for the null hits there. Might be a second that Nolhanne can close the gap on.
Been looking forward to this tidbit.
Nice, both clean fights. And now Majo's going back into the same out of bounds and going to the same boss fight. Oh, Elink's going for the PNFT here. Gets it first try. Nice. Nice to see. That's a pretty tricky one, but with Ice Cream's recent finding that you can use block to gain some extra momentum on those PNFTs, that's probably not too bad to do anymore. Nolhanne also going for this PNFT. Without the block strat, just going for the timing strat. And gets it first try. Very nice. Majo coming up with the K405 fight here. And Elink is just cruising through the yacht skip, elevator skip. Nolhanne just do a sprint PNFT into the yacht skip. That was pretty sick to see. Oh, but Void's out. Unfortunate. Now has to do that again. Well, Elink is getting a very clean 9th sister skip here. Majo also going for the timing strat on the PNFT. Very tough to do. It requires precise timing of all your inputs, and if you mess it up, then you have the potential to have to take a long way back up, or if you void out, then you only lose a few seconds, but... No lamp jump from Elink here. Nolhanne finishing up the 9th sister skip. Majo going into yacht skip here. We're on to the final combat for Elink. I don't know if this is going to be a sub 10 time, but it potentially could be if he gets a really good, well, maybe not with these PVCs here, but it'll be close. Majo could be on track though. Majo's cruising. Let's see if Nolhanne goes for the lamp jump. They do. Gets it first try. That's huge. That's about 10 seconds of time save there, closing the gap a little bit. Oh, Majo's going for the PBC PNFT strat for 9th sister. I've only seen a few runners go for this. Looks like he got it pretty first try. Nice. And Elink is completely missed all of that fight, but I'm assuming it was very clean because finishing pretty quickly. 10 minutes and 10 seconds for Coruscant. Nolhanne also finishing up Coruscant, about 30 seconds behind Elink. And I guess we'll find out from Majo where Majo's pace pace looks like once he finishes up Coruscant. Majo not going for the lamp jump, probably a safe bet. Thank you, Garbage, for the ban. Yeah, I'm not sure how to go about that. Geo, low latency is on. Alright, Elink cruising through the start of Kobo. Nolhanne also going into this out of bounds now. Looks like Majo might have the fastest Coruscant time. Yeah, Gio, Majo said that it was the his internet was acting up before we started as well. Okay, so I should untoggle it and let's try that. I can hear you now, Dragon. Going for the dodge launch here up to crash course site skip here. Yeah, Majo got the first sub 10 Coruscant. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to go off of Majo's timer for final time. Elink into the money push gauntlet. Nolhanne right behind. That's the exact reason I I wanted everyone to have a timer, just in case this did happen. Elink getting the first try PNFT strat there, going for the money clip here and into the wall run. And this is where they're gonna, oh, Nolhanne going for the money pushes. Could save some time here if he gets it first try. Looks like it is taking a bit too long for it to actually have gained time here, but does get it, so. Heading into early Tanalorr. Majo also catching up, making good time. Yeah, that 14:45 on the Breath of the Wild cutscene here for Nolhanne. So we'll use that as a reference point. And Dragonhead his power did go out, so he's having issues being able to watch the streams as well as commentate, and is also having some audio issues, so I think he's just gonna end up not helping commentate for the rest of this, but that's fine. Yeah, I should have mentioned that this is the entire top 3 of runners, which we will go into the leaderboard at the end of this run, show you everybody's PBs, but this is a good matchup for sure. Majo getting the money pushes. Elink going for early Tantalor. And he does clip through the rings. Can he get to solid ground? He can. Nice. Nolhanne right behind him. Majo getting the PNFT. Oh, Nolhanne getting the drop to the second. Might be a quicker early Tantalor then. Elink gets the dev screen skip. Well, Nolhanne? Nolhanne does not. Oh, never mind. Spoke too soon. Both of them get the dev screen skip. They're neck and neck. 16:35. About 16:45 for Elink's early Tantalor. We'll see what Majo looks like when he gets to that point. I think Majo might be ahead though, actually. Some nice PNFTs from Elink. A few more here from Nolhanne. Both getting through the out of bounds with relative ease and into the stab launched out of bounds over to the forest array. First try launch from Elink, looking good. Opting to take the safer route around the tree.
I bet we can clear that gate with a little boost from our new friend.
And this is probably the highest potential for time loss in the run is on this trick, so hopefully nobody falls off. Nolhanne opting for the little shortcut jump instead of going around the tree. Ooh, Elink saving himself there. Almost fell off right at the very end. Gets it first try. Nolhanne is looking good for now. Still has a little bit more to go. Nice, both make it through that out of bounds without any issues. Majo's coming up onto early Tantalor, so what did I say? It was a 15:45 or 16:45 for early Tantalor? I cannot remember. But also making very good pace. There's going to be 3 sub-25 runs, potentially. Could come all down to the Bode fight. Or this money clip that Nolhanne is struggling on a bit. Gets through it. Majo into the rings. Oh, and does not clip through first try. Maybe he'll get the backup. Does get the backup. Very well done. Should be just on pace, if not a little bit ahead of Elink, assuming he also gets the dev screen skip, which he does. Very nice. All 3 runners sub 17 early Tantalor. Into the airwalk for both Elink and Nolhanne here. Elink a little bit ahead. On the next episode of Majo 24.
That seal looks familiar. This must be where Centauri Kree intended to send Z.
Maybe Majo's recording as well, and we'll have a non-buffered video we can watch too.
Okay.
Elink getting the airwalk first try. Nolhanne doing a quit out here. Not entirely sure what the quit out was for. We'll have to ask Nolhanne after the race. Bro does not trust the holomap. Yeah, I suppose. Or maybe just forgot, or maybe his bindings weren't set so he couldn't open the holomap. We'll have to ask. Majo coming onto the out of bounds over to Forest Array, out of bounds. Another clean airwalk from Nolhanne. Perfect PNFT right into the final trigger of this Dagon cutscene. And Elink is off the Tantalor. We get to wait 5 minutes to see. Yeah. Now, this is qualifiers, so these runners technically aren't racing against each other. They're racing against everybody. So all three of these runners could very well be in the knockout round next weekend, depending on how other runners go. This is mostly just a seeding round to see who the top 8 times are. Also to use as, because we did have a few dropouts last minute, qualifiers was also kind of a safeguard against that.
Release me. Please.
Into the boat fight for Elink. Nolhanne is probably 30-40 seconds behind here. Without any major mistakes from Elink, I don't see Nolhanne beating Elink here. I need to remember to swap that audio a bit more frequently. It would be nice to actually hear the boss fight sounds. Majo finishing up the out of bounds into the Forest Array on very good pace here. Nolhanne entering the bone fight now. And that is going to be time soon here for Elink. Looking at a 24-25 about. 24-27. Nice. Nice time. Great time. Alright, let's go back to this sound now. Let's see Nolhanne wrap up this fight. You know, QTEs. Won't quite be sub 25 for Nolhanne, but still really good time. Great start to the phase 3 here. I don't think this will be enough. He might get the QTE. Okay, he did avoid it. And we're looking at a 25-22, I'm gonna guess. 23. Nice. Another great time. Majo, yeah, it is, even when I refresh, it's, even when I refresh it, it still comes back to the same spot, so I guess we're gonna wait a second for, to watch the rest of your run, but it looks like you're ahead of pace from Elink and, Nolhanne, so We waiting? What? What? I might just turn off Nightbot. Nightbot's getting too abusive with its powers here. No text. Yeah, no watching the stream while you're doing a run, Majo. Into the airwalk here, looking good. Some more buffering. These cliffhangers. Okay, Nolhanne. Yeah, we were wondering why you did a quit out. He keeps splicing at the hard parts of the run. Yeah, one trick is gonna have a if this ends up being a PB, one trick's gonna have a tough tough verifying job here. Going into the Kobo lore section of the run for Majo. Let's do another refresh here, just in case. I don't want to lose the whole run, but Majo is offline. Okay, well, we lost the whole run. Let's go back to latest stream. A bit scuffed here at the end, but oh, OBS crashed. Unfortunate. So do you have a recording, or oh, is my mic quiet? I can get a little closer to it. Yeah, Majo, do you have a recording saved, or we could do you in another heat. We could try that. I'd hate for you to be disqualified based off of tech issues. I'll bring you guys into the live chat and we'll discuss this.
Hello.
All right, hello guys. So, I guess we had a bit of technical difficulties. Majo's OBS crashing. Not sure how we want to go about fixing or verifying that. Majo, do you have like a? Did you end up recording your run at all, or?
I didn't record, but maybe
Okay.
the board. Because I finished the one before OBS crashed.
Interesting. Okay. It's not showing up on your
What
latest
was your
stream.
time?
Yeah, what was your time?
Time was 23:59.
23:59. Wow. Okay, so that would be, yeah, that's the top time. I mean, based off the pace, based off what we did see, it definitely looked like it was around that pace. So I think we
Yeah,
can,
what
I think we can
happened
go
when
with
I-
what Garbage says, Scouts Honor for qualifiers, or we could do what Nolhanne suggested and put you in a later heat. But
Yeah, either is fine by me.
I think if there's a recording, we should take that. If not, maybe
Yeah, I
we should
don't have
do
recording.
another heat,
That doesn't seem
just
to
so
be
here
allowed.
we have everyone's runs.
right. All right. I guess Bajo, are you gonna be around for this next run at in 30 minutes or so?
Yeah, I can do that, yes.
Okay, let's try that, and if you can, I don't, your computer might not be able to handle it, but if it can, let's try to also
Yeah,
record
fine.
just in case. Yeah, that sucks
Yeah.
you got such a good time, and it ended up crashing. Unfortunate, but since this is like a tournament, I guess we don't want to
Yeah.
just accept what times people say, unfortunately. But both clean runs from all of you, though. I mean, that's probably the most competitive heat we're gonna see. Top 3 runners. So
Definitely.
yeah. And Nolhanne, I guess when you did your quit out in at the alignment tower, at the forest rehab tower. I'm guessing that you just couldn't get your map binding to open.
Yeah, I don't know. I've had issues with my map for some reason. I'm not
Gotcha.
entirely sure what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
I was panicking, so I just thought I should quit out.
Fair enough.
Safer.
Yeah, probably safer bet. All right.
I was messing up the clip at the start. My hands were shaking so bad from being nervous about that. I was like, I was doing briefing exercises in the elevator after the combat tutorial.
Yeah. I think you did get the you did get pull clip first out of everyone, except maybe Majo couldn't quite tell just due to latency, but Nolhanne did miss the climb skip once, which
I did.
Which had you ahead for quite a while, Elink. Although Nolhanne did catch up a little bit by they did the lamp jump first try, so that was cool to see.
I have PTSD from that back from the day.
Yeah,
so,
I also think
not attempting that.
And Nolhanne also went for the money push for Hellrim. I don't think you actually saved time over Elink because it just took too many pushes, but by the time of early Tantalor, you guys were pretty neck and neck, so I think it was just the quit out at the end.
I messed up the easiest mode phase for some reason.
Yeah, third phase. I guess you missed one.
I didn't get the second phase either.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I had a weird rotation on both too.
I mean, sub 26.
Put out the grenades immediately.
Sub 26 for all 3 of you is pretty great. So, all right, I'm gonna show off the qualifier table. Just show where we're at here. I'll put in Nolhanne's and Elink's times, and then I'll refresh this. So we had a 24-27 and a 25-23. That puts Elink into first. But yeah, you guys can see here, top 3 runners are all the 3 runners that were in this heat. So definitely awesome to watch.
Who's up next, Parker?
Upload this. Yeah, up next we have Garbage, Ice Cream Man, and Joker in a heat. So it'll be pretty good to watch. 3 runners of different skill levels, and Joker's also a Xbox runner, so it'll be interesting to see some Xbox strats thrown in there. And Fish will be helping out with commentation, so hope you guys are all ready for that.
Do you think we have time to mention any differences between PC and console?
Yeah,
like
we got
tricks that you might not be able to do.
Yeah, so I mean, probably the most noticeable one is going to be the walking section right at the start of Coruscant. You can't do walking PBCs easily or at all on Xbox, and so unfortunately, Joker will have to basically do this push against the twins and Gabs and the different troopers there, and just basically walk that whole distance, which also means you can't do the droid skip. So because of that discrepancy, we did have a rule that we were going to subtract 1 minute and 20 seconds off of any console runner's times, just for the sake of that that glitch, that time difference there. That time difference is essentially the difference between a perfect pull clip and a perfect push strat. So that'll be for the qualifying, and then for if we ended up having to do head-to-heads, I think we were deciding that we were going to do basically have both runners do the Gabs push, just so it's completely equal in that sense. But all right, I guess we can go into a little intermission before the next run. We'll have 20 minutes here, so I'll ping the next runners and make sure everybody's ready and play some music in the meantime. But good job, all three of you. And Majo, I guess we'll also see you in that second heat now.
Yeah.
All right. All right, going into intermission.